blocks. Like a Billy, I'm down move, Light skin has no dreadlocks. Niggas playing cops like Madlock. Game on point with the smoke in his beat. Straight at your head like gold shit. Leave a nigga dead eyes rolling. Nigga, hold that. Bitch, I'm from the grove. When niggas in the head, they get up slow. Some pop niggas, some take it up the nose. When niggas fucking hoes at 13. This street life.
They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Chicago Bears.
Pinheiro, the kickoff for Chicago.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now a draw play with Drake. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Dancing away at the 30. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Bears take over.
7-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen, and he'll push his way up to about the 44 here.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
I'm coming after you. I got you. Hey, one set. Check,
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. That is caught by Cohen. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That gain on third down, good for 28.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
First down, a run with Cohen. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Seahawks 21-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Gabriel Davis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Eddie Pinheiro, the kickoff for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. Out to his left. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now on first down, Drake again. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Drake, the ball carrier.
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. That's going to set him back 5 yards. They are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game, 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, Wilson. Slant route, caught by Edelman. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 10.
It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They run toss to the right with Drake. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
On 2nd down now, it's Drake, and he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of
Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
3rd down.
Wilson brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So on 4th down, here's Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. A 55-yard attempt, normally you'd say well within his range. A little surprised he came up short.
And he knew it immediately, didn't he? They are so calibrated, aren't they? They can tell the touch, the feel. When they put the foot to the ball, whether it's going to be good or not, he knew immediately he didn't have that one.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at the 45. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
The ball carrier.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, gun. I got you.
Garoppolo looks to throw. He'll find Gabriel Davis. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Here we go. 21.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. This will be caught inside the 10. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
At the 3-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bears 7, Seahawks nothing.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. To throw is Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 6-yard touchdown run as the Bears push further out in front.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Bears 14, Seahawks nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the gun, it's Wilson. Over the middle, Julian Edelman, it's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, Drake. They find some open field here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
He's brought down.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And the Seahawks first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Will Dissly, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Drake. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. And that'll set them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. From the gun, Wilson going deep for Walker. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Garoppolo to throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards there and a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
On first down, it's Cohen. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 34. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run, Montgomery. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
He was taken down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. 50. Hey, gun. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Garoppolo. And he completes it to Cohen. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The 5-yard line.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Flushed out right. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo with his third touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Bears 21, Seahawks nothing. Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On the return, the Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Third and 2, now Wilson. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 9 yards that time.
First down, Seahawks.
He'll find Metcalf. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, he lets it fly for Lockett. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week you got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Watch the slap, watch the slap, watch the slap.
Garoppolo now. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Hey, watch the slant. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Cut.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
24 yards to gain there. Another first down as well.
He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Watch the slant.
Garoppolo on first down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
We want it. Come to my work. 21.
Play action. Garoppolo.
Open man is Kmet, the tight end.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. That is caught by Cohen. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Give him 8 on the play, and it's a second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
Man, I got you. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I got you. I'm going back to you. Hey, watch that.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Eluding the pressure right. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And this is incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. You got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. If you get careless with the football, look out.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
Mike 5-4, 12. Yeah. 54 is Mike.
Garoppolo again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Point after, right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They try again with Cohen. Just a gain of a yard there. Now it'll be 3rd down. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here comes the Bears punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Oh, what a move. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
3-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, the good news, they got the stop defensively. The bad news, this is a huge hole that they're in right now. How do they start to dig out of it?
That's a great question because we're not even going to talk about how do they win it, right? We want to see how they can kind of claw back and at least make themselves feel better about the game because this one is likely out of reach, but maybe one possession at a time. Try and play a little bit better and have some respect when you come out of the game.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Big edge. 36.
They'll run with Drake. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check 26, check 26. Let's go double count right here, double count.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Slant route, caught by Edelman. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards there and a first down. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who can make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good. He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Single. Watch number 29. You better be.
From the shotgun, Wilson escaping the pressure right. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Right, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
50's the mark. 50's the mark. Hey, tight down. Tight. 21. Check. First down.
Again, it's Cohen. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks' 43-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
This is Cohen. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Eight yards to go on 2nd down.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Let's put that team on the books. Mark 50. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. The catch made by Miller.
And he will have the Bears' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
At the 23-yard line.
Quick pass out to Miller. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Hey, gun. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Hey, man. Watch the boot.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. Throw left side complete. It's Cohen.
Complete.
It'll be a 2-yard gain. And just like that, it's third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
White.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. And from the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Flushed out right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll run on first down. Cohen. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
The ball carrier.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cohen. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 11 yards there. First down.
Chicago Bears. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On first down, it's Cohen. Oh, Cohen lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down.
65. Let's make these babies cry.
Montgomery. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Draw play, Cohen. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
A 37-yard attempt.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Reload. He don't know no better. 36 power.
Now Wilson. On the crossing route, that's caught. Julian Edelman. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Seahawks.
That escapes the sack. But now he's swallowed up and taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Wilson took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Third and long, it's Wilson. And now here is another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it. There he goes left side. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
On the play, 2nd and 10.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 33. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
I got you, son. I got you, son. Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7.
Step it up. Mike 50, Mike 50. Not today, you aren't. Not today.
Now a run with Montgomery. And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
It's 4th down.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
On the return, the Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory. And now here is another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
The ball carrier.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go. 21, 21. Safety's creeping.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Reed on the tackle.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The Bears on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Wilson back into his end zone. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. To throw from his end zone, Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Jalen Johnson.
And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they take a knee. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Chicago, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Seattle, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.